Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Canada Immigration Podcast, Evelyn Ackah. Today, I have the pleasure of having one of my clients and also a colleague in terms of entrepreneurship, Nikhil Dwivedi. Thank you so much for joining us, Nikhil.
Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you very much. It's a
I
pleasure
want,
being
oh,
your
thank
show.
you. I'd like to give you guys an overview of Nikhil's background. He is a client, and as I said, he's also a colleague in terms of he's also an entrepreneur. He has more than 9 years of entrepreneurial experience, and he founded EYP Creations in India. And he also immigrated to Canada by way of setting up a Canadian entity so he can grow the business in Canada. And that's how we got to know each other. He has a very impressive background, a BBA, an MBA from the Indian Institute of Planning and Management, and he's done a lot on social media and he's done a lot in the film and music industry. And so I'm very honored to have you join us today. Thank you for giving us your time, Nikhil.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, can you tell us a bit about your background and what was the motivation for you to look to Canada, Nikhil?
Yeah, so I'll just give a brief about the company when we started. So we started EYP in 2014. So I was graduating basically at that time, and me and my wife, we both was studying at that time, and we always had that spark in us that we will not go and do any sort of jobs right now. We should start our own venture. So because we didn't have that much money, so we started identifying the spheres where we can work in the sphere of some service industry.
Yep.
We both were very much keen. We used to listen music, and we were a big fan of music, Punjabi music specifically.
Hmm.
So that is how we started EYP.
Okay.
Currently, if we talk about EYP in 2024, we are the biggest artist management as well as content marketing, music distribution company of Northern India. Currently, we are managing 32 artists in total, and all of them are like big stars out here, as well as uh, we are managing more than 150 YouTube channels. We work with all the multinational companies around the globe, right from Meta, Spotify, Apple Music, all of them.
Mm.
So uh, in last 5 7 years, the Punjabi music has grown in multiple parts of the world.
Yeah.
We our music suddenly has gone into an international scale, and it is no more a regional language, and we have been like doing multiple things in terms of international associations. So 3 years back, after seeing the growth of Punjabi music, we thought of why not to move to Canada and explore the opportunities here in the sphere of music and entertainment. That is how we got connected, and you have been a great support pillar in terms of executing and implementing everything there, right from our status, right from the kind of support you have extended in each and every time. We have been like on and off so much on multiple things, but you have been a great support. So
Well,
yeah,
I
that's the company now. The same sort of business we have started there, and we are going to expand our wings in multiple parts of the cities in Canada. Yeah.
That's so great. I mean, when we met, it was you needed us to help you incorporate because
Yeah.
you were on the vision and we talked about all the options for you. And the intercompany executive is a great option, which you were very successful. We incorporated, we transferred you, then your families come, and
Yeah.
obviously you're going to move to permanent residence and onto citizenship. And so it's been such a pleasure and a blessing to have great clients that appreciate what we do, that we care about. We want to make
No.
sure
So
they're happy. Go
the
ahead.
best thing about you, Evelyn, is we get along so well. The same kind of entrepreneurial vibe,
Yeah.
where the other person understands your vision, from where you are coming from. It's not just the residency which I wanted at that time. It's just the vision which I had. Then
Mhm.
you really guided us well, which actual space I should get in, and the right kind of immigration I have to do. So all of that was a great support. There was no stress that I have to do these kind of documentations, and you have a great team, Evelyn. So I'm a very firm believer, even in India also, that if you have a good team,
Yes.
I'm the growth is then immense.
Yes.
So the kind of team you have, the kind of follow-ups, and the kind of I just got an email from them stating multiple things.
I'd follow
So
up on
so
the thing
they
that's in
are bang
process.
on. And
Yeah.
yeah. So that is something which every entrepreneur needs, and I'm really impressed the way they are working.
Well, thank you so much. I will share the feedback with our team because they are the ones that make it happen, right? And I'm just the
Yeah.
face, but they are the incredible people behind us. And we always love to hear from clients that are happy because that's the goal. We all want to satisfy people. I mean, one thing that is even when people talk to me and they say, where should I go? Which province? Is I always want to think about you're coming as an immigrant myself. I was born in Ghana, grew up in
Mhm.
Vancouver, but I remember it's hard. It's hard to immigrate, even if you're a professional and educated. And so we talked about which city, which province, where you had the best chances of moving and converting and having success, affordability. I try to give that kind of feedback and just guidance. Obviously, if you don't have family or connections to a specific place, then it's like you have no idea where you want to start your business. And so, I think that
Absolutely.
that's my
And
goal is to help. Yeah.
law, so lawyer is like a family doctor, in terms of all the legal things. Uh, so if you don't have the right, because my father is a lawyer, I know how much importance of a lawyer, you know in terms of guiding you, in terms of making sure that you reach to another level. It is very, very, and specifically if you talk about immigration, people are it's scary out there.
Yes.
And I've seen people struggling so much when they are in the wrong hands,
Mm-hmm.
uh, spending so much of the money, and they are not getting the right kind of output because they don't know which category they have to apply, which all places. I think I don't have I was so much comfortable. I did not have to struggle like for even a minute,
Yeah.
because I was in the right hands. You guys were there, and you guided us the right way. So this is something which I wanted to share with the audience also,
Okay.
that they have to very wisely choose in terms of immigration with whom they are associated. So right firm, right lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
right kind of team is the only way out. Sometimes people, they kind of try to save some few
Yes.
100, 200, five hundred
Yeah.
dollars just to make sure that they can save these 500. But
Yeah.
spending on their own, they I don't think this is the right way to approach. And the right kind of people who have the knowledge, who have the base, who have the experience, and who have studied this particular sphere.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason, Evelyn, I think you are doing wonders. And you have been I keep seeing posts also which you all do on social media, that these many numbers, the kind of
Yeah.
visas, the kind of PR applications which you guys given.
I
That's the
appreciate
experience.
that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that because, as you know, even, we've worked with thousands of people from India, probably in my last 24 years of practicing law, and we don't want them to go to an agent or an immigration consultant that is not experienced because when they come to us after, it's sometimes impossible to fix or it's going to take
Mhm.
more time and more money. So we always
Mhm.
say, even if it's not me, do your
Mhm.
research, find a good lawyer. You asked for references, you had a colleague, and that's how you find the right person is usually referrals, or
Mhm.
you do your due diligence because we don't want people being taken advantage of. And then when they come to us, we
Mhm.
can't erase the mistakes that have been made. We have to try to figure out new strategies to go forward. And their success is limited because of that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I
Mhm.
appreciate that you said that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So tell me, Nikhil, what has been some of the challenges you've had moving to Canada? Like, let's talk about the immigration experience, because no matter how many people how much guidance support you have, it's all new. It's like finding a place to live, bringing your family, meeting people. How's it
Yeah.
been?
So for me, it's been a great experience, because being an entrepreneur, your home is where the business is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my approach towards any place which I'm moving in. So I started my business in Chandigarh, I moved to Mumbai, I moved to multiple other cities, and it's the same experience which I'm going to Canada. But as Canada, I would say, I see people speaking a lot of negative things, but I love that
Me
country,
too.
and it's been an amazing experience.
Good.
Number one, the weather. Number two, the kind of people. And
You like the cold? You like the cold?
I loved Vancouver because it is almost similar to what we guys have here in Chandigarh. It's just the
Yeah.
snow difference, and that snow in Vancouver, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
So I loved the weather. I
Good.
loved the vibe of the city,
Yeah.
and I love the opportunities which this country has.
Good.
It's very important to say that there are no jobs, nothing, but I think there are multiple jobs available,
Mm-hmm.
multiple options available out there. You
Mm-hmm.
just have to crack the right thing, and education plays a very important role. Skill plays a very, very important role. If you don't have a skill, you don't have job anywhere
Yeah.
anyways. So I had a amazing experience in terms of immigrating to Canada,
Good.
and even my family, they are loving the vibe out there. And slowly, steadily, we have been started, and the kind of rules, regulations
Yeah.
which Canada has, we have started to inculcate that in ourselves. And
Good.
right now, I'm really happy to be there.
Good. I'm really happy to hear that because sometimes integration can be challenging. It depends. I think having a business means maybe you're more forward facing. You're out there as opposed to you just sit in your house and you immigrate and you don't get to network or meet with people. So I think, and also we have a large, as you know, Punjabi community in BC. I
Mhm.
grew up there. So it's very nice to be landing in a place where there's a community, where you
Mhm.
have the Indian community and the people in the music industry. Even just recently on the Junos, the person that won was,
Yeah.
I believe he was singing that kind of music
Karan Aujla, yes, yes,
yeah.
he's
And
a
I
good
mean, this is the first
producer,
time ever.
and he's an amazing guy.
I was like, my God, this is like Canada's really changing. And it makes me happy to see that we're embracing different cultures, even at the level of the awards. Like that was huge, right?
Yeah,
Huge win. Yeah.
yeah. So uh, that is the reason, not only entertainment, I would say food industry,
Yeah.
because my brother is into the same business. He owns multiple Wendy's and Subways out there.
Hmm.
So I have seen so much opportunities for people, and I've seen people growing right from, from a job of internship to a job of general manager out there in the same company within a
Hmm.
period of 5, 7, 7, 8 years. Then
Yes.
IT is booming out there. Toronto, it's doing amazing.
Yeah.
Calgary, and it gives really a shock when I see Calgary 5 years before, and now
Oh,
I see Calgary what it has been now.
yeah.
It's amazing. So I think this is pretty much required to guide the people, to tell the people, because all sort of negative things are going around, that
Hmm.
don't come, and there are no opportunities out there. It's just that you have to choose the right way of going,
Yes.
as well as the right skill which is
Yes.
required out there.
Yes.
So
You
these two
sound
things,
like
if
an
you
immigration lawyer, Nikhil.
yeah.
I'm gonna hire you.
I've been following you.
I'm trying. I'm trying to keep up with you. I need all the social media that you have. I really was so disappointed I couldn't go to the Nikhil had invited me to a comedy show that I was so excited to go to, and
Yes,
it ended up that we went to the
yes,
Philippines to meet some of our remote team. And so I
yeah,
missed that opportunity, but next time for sure.
100%.
Working with clients who are business owners really makes me happy because on top of you understand me, we talk the same language, we have the same sensibility. It also means that I can help grow with you and you also understand the challenges of running a business. And so is
And
there any
I,
yeah,
I, I have a suggestion, Evelyn,
yeah,
because see, I live in India and I see a lot of things out here. Uh, I would like you to set up something out there in India also,
yeah,
because out of 100 people, only two or three are able to go there, and then talk to professional companies like you, but there are
Yes.
not much professional. There are companies out here also. I have some
Hmm.
friends which are doing amazingly good out
Okay.
here, but
That's a great
still there
idea.
is so much of uh, education which I feel that you can provide out here,
Yes.
guiding them in the right sphere. So that is something which I look forward that maybe in the coming
Mhm.
years you can set up things here and
I'd
you
be
can
happy
guide
to. I'd be happy to
students.
because, you want to make sure people get what they need. And, sometimes, as you said, education, even the
Mhm.
resources. I mean, I'm getting more calls from students who are struggling here in Canada because they came and then the programs change. And I just feel so sad for them, whether they're from Ghana, like I talked to one yesterday, Nigeria, India. They're
Mhm.
coming with a goal and a dream, and then the rules change, or
Yeah.
the financial impact is even higher than they expected. So I would
Mhm.
love to be able to give people guidance before, because then they
Mhm.
get here and they're putting themselves in a tough situation. So yeah, I'm happy to look at ways we can do more networking together. I mean, I think when you have a client that gets you and understands you and
Yeah.
supports you, I want to try to support you as best I can.
Mhm.
So I'm just very grateful, Nikhil, that you've given us your time. Is there anything you want to say about, your experience moving to Canada? More like tips for people, let's say coming from India. Obviously, you need
Mhm.
money. We know that. I mean,
Yeah.
and having education helps. But
Mhm.
beyond that, what do you think they need to help them integrate successfully as quickly as possible?
So, the dream which they think out there in India or any other country, and the kind of effort or hard work they have to put in. So I think, uh, they have to be prepared before they come there. They
Yes.
should know what exactly is happening out there. It's okay. So it's a beautiful country. Everything is great, but on the same page, you have to really work hard out there.
Yes.
Sitting at your home, you have multiple comforts, you have parents around, and you have multiple other things, which are a support system out here. You have the
Hmm.
friends, the same language. So I think uh, hard work is something which they should be prepared for. At second, I feel is where we guys lack is the language. Before coming there, they must learn the right language, which is
Excellent.
English, in terms of communicating out there. And I have seen people struggling so hard because they don't know English, and they have been struggling even to get on buses, even to get
Oh,
on trains,
yeah.
or small things which happens with us. So I
Yeah.
think these two, three things, if they do it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that things would be much easier for them,
Yeah.
and they can adjust very well.
I agree. I mean, as an immigrant, I feel like sometimes we are so motivated and we are working the hardest, and I'm not to disrespecting Canadians, but when you have the opportunities that's given to you, you always appreciate it more.
Yeah.
My parents came, my dad was a mechanic. He came for opportunities, didn't have education back in the 70s. Both my sister and I are lawyers, and it's because we were ingrained on us education, 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 take advantage of opportunities. And I think immigrants, when they come, they want to take advantage of the opportunities to be successful in the country. So I think those are all wonderful pieces of advice. The language piece is important too, Nikhil, because you need that for the PR. You need that for the citizenship, and we need,
Everything.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think you need that for living only daily life. You
yeah,
have to go to grocery store. You have to speak
yes,
in that language. You have to go
yes,
to multiple other places. People they they lack confidence if they don't know that language. So that
exactly.
is something which gives you a confidence. Also, you are more outspoken, and
Yes.
then you interact more. You get better opportunities also.
Yes, it's true. I mean, I have a client whose wife we brought and from Cuba. And I mean, when you come as an adult and you have to learn English, it's so hard, right? So maybe starting from home,
Yeah.
doing the courses there, because when you come
Mhm.
here, you can't integrate if you
Yeah.
don't speak strong language,
100%.
English
Yeah.
and or French, wherever you end up, right? So, well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Nikhil. I'm so grateful for you for spending time with me. And as I said, I'd love that I can highlight a client and a happy client, but also a business owner. And anybody wants to learn more about EYP, we're going to have the details of your website and how to contact you as well if they're interested in learning more about your business and maybe opportunities to work together. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much, Nikhil.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. You have a great day, and
Too.
Thank you very much for all the support you have extended to our family.
It's been my pleasure. Honestly, I'm so excited for you. Thank you.